You want to know a thing that a man can never say, but women say every day? Anytime anything bad happens to a woman, they're going to say they were manipulated into doing it. And everybody believes them. Yo, guys, how many times have you ever heard a man say a woman manipulated them into doing something they didn't want to do and anybody had any sympathy for them whatsoever? It's because all women have to do is say manipulated and people believe them. You want to know why that is? They want to act like it's because they're so caring and they're so forward. It's because they believe all women are stupid. That's what they believe. That's why every person who claims they're so supportive, so progressive, believes every woman when they say they were manipulated. Straight up. Because they think women are that weak and fucking stupid that they have zero accountability for their own actions they chose to do. And that's the God's honest truth. Yet people who say, yeah, no, that's bullshit, are actually the people who believe that women have a lot more strength than how they're portrayed on the internet. Because everybody sees women as weak victims waiting to fucking happen. That's what they think. That's why everybody believes women and nobody believes men. Because they think women are fucking useless. And that's the truth.
Tectone is not entirely correct here. Yes, there is a degree of incompetence that men go in believing when women say they were manipulated, but it's more so the inherent good that men go in believing that women have. The normal men have this notion that women are born with this angelic goodness, and that if she did something bad, she was either pushed into it or was manipulated into doing it. And the prettier she is makes it easier for everyone to believe her. He also did mention that men have a natural white knight instinct, so a man's natural reaction is to believe and protect her, even though most of the time she's lying or the root cause of it all. Women just use the word manipulated as a get out of jail free card, when 9.9 times out of 10 they weren't being manipulated, they just don't want to be held accountable for their actions. Now the reason why it doesn't work for men as well is men hold other men to a higher standard and accountability, and if you get duped or fooled, that's on you. You should have known better. And quite frankly, no one cares if a guy gets manipulated. Men just think, well, that sucks, but one less person in my way. And women just don't care about men unless you're that top guy. Now what I think he does get wrong is believing that this is the general sentiment that people have. The general population doesn't believe that women are stupid. We've just constructed this belief that women have this inherent good and innocence, like a child, which women basically are. And because men are white knights and simps, and women don't act against their collective, that's why this gets pushed along, and this manipulation tactic works for women. Now, like I said earlier, he's not completely wrong. He's just missing some of the broader points on why these things are the way they are. And until men get put in that situation, or it hits close to home, they're not going to believe otherwise. There's just a bit more nuance to it than thinking women are just weak and stupid.